start with the weekly check-ins in a second, but I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you for your lovely comments last week on my very emotional video that I put out. Still kind of like battling with the depression, but I'm hoping it's on its way out. I'm still feeling a bit flat, but I have improved since last week's video. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for your lovely comments, your thoughts, your support. It's been really, really lovely to... I tell you what, this vlog has kept me going through all of that awful mood and everything. So thank you everyone for your lovely comments, and hopefully this video today is going to be a bit brighter and a bit more happy. So weekly check-ins. How has your week been? Have you had... Oh, I'm just moving the phone. My arm's aching as always. Have you had a good week? Have you had a better week than you had the previous week? Have you battled with anyone this week? Have you had any challenging moments that you've kind of managed to work your way through, maybe better than you've worked your way through them before? Have you had any problems that you've had to manage on your own, or have you had to have support? Have you had any assessments or anything like that, or any diagnosis recently? Whatever happened to you recently, whether it be something to do with mental illness or not, please put it in the space below. It's always good to hear from you guys. And I also want to say a quick apology that this video has come up a bit later than it usually should for my Sunday videos, but we got there in the end. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a crazy one because it's been my birthday weekend. And I was going to be showing you today going to put up the video of my birthday and my DNA results, but it's turned into a bit of a bigger video than I thought it was going to be, and I wanted to take more time over it. So I'm going to be producing that to show next Sunday. So I've kind of swapped these two videos over. I was going to do this next week and swap it with my DNA results, which were going to be this week. So I've swapped them all over. I have had my DNA results. Really exciting. Can't wait to share those with you next week, and all the videos from my birthday as well. So this video is actually titled My Favourite Things, and I'm just going to go through a list of my favourite things really, and just so you know a little bit more about me. Please share with me your favourite things in the comments below. Anything, doesn't have to be what I've listed, just, you know, it could be completely different to what I've said. Or if you've got any similarities to my favourite things, then please let me know as well. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about my favourite things. Crochet. I love my crafts. I do card craft as well. I make my own Christmas cards, and I love getting crafty. That sounds weird. I love doing any craft stuff. I've recently got some new yarn. I'm making a new blanket for mine and Andy's bedroom. So I've not made a blanket for me and Andy before. I've made lots of baby blankets for all my nieces, and not all my nieces, but most of my nieces have got one, and my friends' babies. I've made lots of baby blankets for my friends' babies, different colours, blue ones for the boys, pink ones for the girls, and yeah, really, really enjoyed making them. But I was like, I haven't actually made a blanket for myself, so I'll show you that blanket when I've done a bit more on it, and you can have a look. So crochet is one of them. Ponchos. I'm actually going to be telling you, doing a video on my poncho collection in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited about that, because I love them. And like I said, I think in one of my other videos, one of my friends gave me my first poncho, and from then I was hooked. So I love them. I'm getting a nice collection now, but I did see one yesterday when I was out in town, and I was like, maybe I need that one too. So I love my ponchos, whether it be for wearing in the sort of autumn, over like jeans and a jumper and big boots. I love that. Or, you know, they're great for festivals, which is my next favourite thing. Festivals. I absolutely love festivals. I haven't been to a festival in a couple of years because it's really hard for me to go to them now, because I get really, really tired quite quickly, and my fibro pains can kick in. And when you're sleeping in a tent and you're in pain and you're lying on like a, excuse me, snotty nose there. When you're lying on like a hard floor at a festival and you're just kind of like, I'm in pain, it's really frustrating. So I'm going to try and do more sort of day festivals now. But my favourite is Glastonbury. I've been there twice. But I've also done, probably in my life, I mean, I started going to festivals when I was about 16, 17. The first one I went to was called Homelands, which was in Winchester, which is in the sort of south of England. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was my first ever one. I think I went in like the early noughties, so like 2001, 2002. Absolutely love festivals. Goes with my eclectic taste in music, really. I've got real eclectic taste in music, and yeah, I love festivals. I love live music. I mean, I used to go to lots of gigs. I don't so much now because I don't have as much money as I used to have, as I don't work, but gigs as well. I used to love going. I've been to the Brixton Academy many times. Who have I seen? I've seen Alanis Morissette. I've seen Faithless. Part of Pink Floyd. I saw Roger Waters do Dark Side of the Moon, which was absolutely amazing. It's always my mind goes blank when I've been to so many gigs. Razorlight. I don't know if you remember them. So I should have written all these down really, because I can't remember any of the gigs I've been to. But yeah, love gigs, love live music. Even if the music isn't completely my genre, I will still prefer any sort of live music. It's just, there's something about seeing an artist perform on stage that's really raw and quite emotional and powerful. So yeah, I love that. I'm loving this vlog. This vlog is really, really keeping me going. It's become one of my favourite things to do. Not just these little weekly vlogs, but my other videos as well, which I'm hoping they're more obviously educational and things like that, but I really hope they're well received. These vlogs seem to be getting very well received, which is really, really great as well. My family, my favourite people in my family, I mean, I love them all. I love my immediate family, my extended family, but I want to give a shout out to all my nieces and nephew. I said in one video that I had 5 nieces. This is actually incorrect because I don't forget about them, but Andy's niece and nephew, which are also my niece and nephew as well. So I have 6 nieces and 1 nephew, and they are my favourite people. They're ranging from the 10-month-old up to the 16-year-old. They're all beautiful, all individual, all wonderful, magical people, and when I'm around them, I just feel amazing. So, love my family, love my nieces and nephew. Probably told you this one before, pub lunches. I love a pub lunch. I love just going out to eat. I really enjoy going out to eat. I don't do it very often because I tend to find the vegetarian options don't tend to be that good, and I end up eating the same thing every time. But that's okay because like I say, we don't go out to eat very often, but I love a pub lunch. I love going out for a Sunday roast with people. Just really, really nice and chilled, and just eating lovely, yummy food. Cheese. I love cheese. This is my kind of one of my favourite things, and my bestie Sash, who's one of my favourite things as well. She and I have have had this share of our obsession with cheese, but I absolutely love it. I've talked about it before, so I won't talk about it too much now. Comedies, any kind of comedy, I love. From any sort of film, stand-up comedy, I love. I've never actually been to a live stand-up. Oh no, I have, but it wasn't like a sort of, it was like a comedy club, and it's really good. Really, really enjoy that. I love stand-up comedy, and I love seeing comedians and things like that. They're just really good, especially female comedians as well. There's what's her name? Catherine Ryan. I love you, Catherine Ryan. If you ever see this, hi Catherine Ryan. I think you're really, really cool, really, really funny, and setting a new way for female comedians, because I just don't think that there's a lot more male comedians and there's not enough female comedians, and there should be more. Documentary film. I've talked about my love of film, but I actually didn't tell you really much about my love of documentary film. I probably love documentary film just as much as sort of live action films or animations. I love learning about things from the history. I love crime, things like Making a Murderer. That was absolutely amazing. Louis Theroux, fantastic documentarian. Watch some of his new documentaries. They're on BBC iPlayer at the moment. He's got a fantastic one about anorexia, which is the only one that's related to mental illness. It'd be great if you did some more stuff on mental illness, maybe personality disorders, Louis Theroux. I'm free if you want to interview me. So that's kind of mostly my favourite things. Vintage Sundays as well, like when Andy and I watch our vintage films, which are anything really older than sort of like 5-10 years, because Andy, I've said before, Andy doesn't like the old films as much. Comedies, that's everything. So there are loads of other things that I love, but they're my main favourite things. They're the things that I reach to when I feel sad. they're the things that if I'm feeling anxious or down, I can kind of think about, or excuse me, or kind of plan things, plan to see my family, plan to do this, blah, 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 blah. They're things that I love in my life, and they make up kind of a lot of my day, a lot of my time, and a lot of my thoughts and love and caring. But I love all my family, love all my friends, and yeah, and I love all you guys. Thank you so much again for all your lovely comments last week. Really appreciate it. It was an emotional video, so thank you for your support. You're awesome. I'm going to end with a map because yeah, that's just what I want to do. So, oh, it's gone on a bit long again, guys. Sorry about that. So we've got 3 places. One of the places is actually in the country, but it's someone that has been following me for quite some time, and I will try and find it for you. But you know what I'm like with this map. Not again, Gemma, not again. So we've got someone in Nova Scotia. So hello, Nova Scotia. This is Brandon. Hi, Brandon. He is Brandon. What is it? Oh, I've written it down. What a surprise! I've forgotten it again. So Brandon, hi Brandon. It's a nice shout out to you. I've not done a shout out for you before, so I'm doing a shout out today. You are Brandon Foster on YouTube and at Nuff1985 on Twitter. So that's at KNUF1985. So hi Brandon, thanks for your follows, thanks for your comments, and just 2 more countries to point out for you, and then I will let you go. So we've got someone in New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. And someone all the way up over here. There you are, Estonia. So welcome to Estonia, New Zealand, and Brandon in Nova Scotia. I will sign off now. Thanks again for your comments last week. Really great to have you in the community. Please put any comments in the space below. Tell me about your favourite things. Tell me about the things you like, things you don't like, if you want to say that as well. And yeah, please comment if you haven't. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already.